Hello
And welcome
to
to
Camp
Camp
Queerness.
Queerness.
I am your co host, Danny.
I am your co host, Tarina.
Thank you for joining us on the second episode of our podcast. Sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy us yapping to each other. All right, Tarina, so what are we going to start off with this time?
Oh, we're going to start off with a random question of the day.
We're adding this segment into our podcast, so let's see how it goes. The question this time is, what's something you're embarrassed to admit that you take a long time doing?
Oh man, that's a hard one.
I'm like thinking about everything I do now.
Honestly, getting out of bed in the morning, actually, that takes me the longest because I keep trying to go back to bed.
But it's something you're embarrassed to admit. I feel like a lot of people do that.
That's true. I mean, I take a long time shitting in the bathroom.
Okay, that's more suitable.
And so I stay in the bathroom at work, and people probably assume I've taken my lunch in that time.
Is it because you go on your phone and you lose track of time?
Yeah, and I know it's not hygienic,
I mean, I feel like most people do that as well.
but it's either that or my phone falls on the bathroom floor, and I'm not too sure which one is less hygienic because that's going to happen. Because women's pants, they slip, they're slippery, especially when it's slacks or something like that. It's going to fall out of my pocket, and they don't really give women big pockets
They don't.
because they don't want us to have money.
Yeah, but they think, oh, you guys have purses. You don't really even need too deep of a pocket to put things in. But that's assuming that every woman is gonna wear a purse or a handbag.
And I have a purse, but they don't make bathroom stalls that have things to put purses on.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they're like torn off. It's like you can't guarantee them.
So, who designed bathroom stalls? Because they really went with a minimalistic look with it.
Men.
Did I even need to ask?
Well, like, if you look at bathroom stalls, they all have way too much room at the bottom, especially the older ones. Like, why does one need to see that much on my leg? You can see my shoes and be good.
No, really though.
Or you could see a locked label. Stan State's library had the fully covered bathrooms. It was actually so beautiful. Like, whenever one's vacant or something like that.
Oh, that's how they all should be. I feel like they do a few things where it lets people know someone's in there,
Mm hmm.
like the crack
Yes.
between the door and the rest of it.
Yes.
Like, why is it so wide?
And it's also like so wide for no reason.
Right, and also either make the stall tall enough to where even 6 foot tall people like myself won't have their heads showing.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, or make the stall lower. I mean, both would be ideal. I've seen some like bathroom stall doors with hooks to put things on, but that's like less common.
And that's if they don't fall off because you have a heavy purse or something, God forbid.
Right.
Oh, so Danny, what are you most embarrassed about?
Okay, so this is pretty much like a guilty thing. What causes me a lot of trouble with my time management is filling in my eyebrows with my brow pencil. I just started doing that like a few years ago, in my 20s, and then I just haven't stopped. They look good, and I've been given so many compliments on it throughout the years, but I take too long, and my OCD wants them to be almost the same.
It's true. It's very true.
So it's embarrassing because you would think if someone says, "Oh, you're late. Why?" and you're like, "Oh, I had to do this one thing," they're going to think it's something really important or something that you must do. Like, I don't have to do it when I know I'm running low on time, but I feel like I need to.
The thing is, people think you can do it in the bathroom at work, like whenever you have free time or if you get there early.
I've done that before.
But I'm not trying to lug my suitcase of makeup with me.
No, and I feel like for you, since you do the full face, that can be time consuming at work.
Yeah, and I use multiple eyeshadows every day.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, a little mascara, a little lip balm, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you experiment with different color combinations too.
I really do.
So it can be, I don't know if you guys can hear anything in the back, but if you could just ignore it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's not pocket makeup. It's the point. That's the point we're trying to get across at the end of the day. It's not something you get at the drugstore. I think the brand I use is typically, I think it's Beauty Bay or something like that. It's actually from the UK.
Really?
Yeah, so I had it shipped here and like it's not super bougie. This makeup is a few years old, maybe. This is when I had server money when I got.
Oh, the tips.
Yes, tips are very nice, but yeah, I like very vibrant colors, and maybe that's a gay stereotype, which we have talked about before. Speaking of Danny.
Wow, look at you. Good segue. I love it. That's pretty good. But you're way better at doing it than me. So yeah, we're going to touch on that again,
Yeah.
the gay stereotypes, because there's quite a few out there.
We talked about this a little before. We talked about how everyone assumes Danny and I are a couple when we go out in public. And well, not everyone. It's happened like twice, but that's still too many times.
But the funny thing is, when they do that, they don't even talk to you first to get more context about who you are.
Right?
Hmm.
I don't know what it is. I'm like, dude, he's a foot taller than me. This is crazy.
Yeah, and there's other stereotypes too, like people thinking that gay men are going to be feminine or have feminine interests,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa, like with lesbians, oh, they must like trucks or have very short hair or, whatever it is.
Yeah, I can't stand trucks, and the shortest I've had my hair is like a little bit above my shoulders, and those were mistakes.
Let's not forget the Subarus.
The Subaru, I don't think. Are there hybrid Subarus actually?
I don't know, actually.
Because I honestly, I'm a Prius girl, and that is also a stereotype, so.
Right. So, um, and it can be like about anything: cars, appearance, even friends, music choice, your type of work, so many things.
Yeah, I mean, there is a nice idea to have gay signifiers.
And some are actually true.
Yeah, like if your music taste, like let's say you listen to Chapel Roan and you're a woman, I thought it would be safe to assume you're gay. I don't know. Maybe that's on me.
I feel like it can also be a good thing to identify others in the community out in a public place.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good for people, for the people in the community. It's just really shitty if you're out of the community
Hmm.
and someone's like targeting you because they're hateful or whatever.
Right, and I feel like it divides people too.
Mhm.
And yeah, because I feel like a lot of men are like, "Oh, I can't listen to Taylor Swift's music. It's for girls," and all that bullshit.
And the thing is, there's so many straight men at like Taylor Swift nights. It's very, very random.
And not just because they're there with their girlfriends or wives.
No, they're trying to pick up women at Taylor Swift nights. And I'm like, oh, honestly, I was probably one of the stereotypes that thought most men that like Taylor Swift are gay men.
Which is why I was also looking in the crowd when we went to the Taylor Swift night.
But no, I got hit on by a man. I'm like, this is weird. I thought it was a safe space.
Hmm.
I thought only gay men could like Taylor Swift. This is cruel and unusual punishment for me.
I'm glad straight men are breaking those stereotypes, though. But speaking of safe spaces, one of the local bars in our town closed. It was a gay bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like we have to talk about it a little bit because it's been open since forever, like before we turned 21. But I mean, we've been going throughout all of our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And then, out of nowhere, abruptly, they decide they're going to close it, and by the end of the day, too. They don't even give everyone one last weekend to party and cherish it.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like they might not have closed if they had those quesadilla tacos.
Oh, those would have kept everyone coming in.
Exactly. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, but you know what's interesting? Hold on. I was talking to that girl in that bar we met
Mm-hmm.
at that other local bar, the one that said she was a lesbian, but she had her husband with her.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, I think we still have her added on Instagram.
That's a whole new problem.
Right. I was confused by a few things that she said that night, but one of the things she said when I mentioned how the tiki closed was that her, or one of the things she said was that her uncle took over the business as the new owner and they might be reviving it. I don't know if I could trust what she said because I had just met her and she was very drunk and contradicting herself a lot.
And she said she was a lesbian and had a husband, so it's also like, I don't know if anything you're saying is valid.
And then she wanted us to join this Snapchat group chat with her and 30 other people in it. And then we were like, oh, what do you guys talk about? And she's like, we go skinny dipping in lakes, we party at rich people's houses.
What?
Hmm.
Is this like their version of Running Man?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. There's more stereotypes. I think it's also like the guys wearing nail polish is a big one. It's like, no, I've met a few.
Like the only guy friend we met through our other friend.
Oh my goodness, he was like the epitome of a gay stereotype, and he's actually straight. And then we also have a friend that is the epitome of a lesbian stereotype. Won't name names, but
But we do, and we see both sides.
yeah.
And they're kind of like the ones who are fighting the stereotypes unintentionally.
And then they're the epitome of like the contradiction, and yet we're over here actually gay and no one knows. It's fucking weird. Why are we so invisible in our own community?
And I've thought about this. What if there was something biological through like outer appearance that um, I don't know, gays were born with that would show they're gay?
So there's been like random conversations. I don't really remember any of them right now. They do say lesbians have specific hands, and I'm like, okay, maybe, I don't know.
Also, the voice too,
Yeah, voice.
where some people say, yeah, he has a high voice, gay. She has a deep voice, gay.
But then that also, it's very white to say that too. It's like you're seeing that from a white person's point of view. Like a lot of people that aren't white have deeper voices, especially if they're female by default. And that also applies to men. So there's gay men that do not pick up that same accent. And I think a lot of the stereotypes revolve around one sort of like gay man. It's like the hyper feminine gay man that, like, I don't know. Everyone assumes is sassy or whatever, and then the lesbians, it's more of like the mask stereotype or how they dress, basically. Like when either of them are just going towards the opposite gender, and it's like it's not like the transgender thing, it's something entirely different.
Yeah, you just tend to think about the extremes and kind of throw other people into it.
Yeah, and I mean, there are trans people that are gay or lesbian, but that's not exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about like the style that might indicate your sexual orientation in general.
Or like even posing or body language, they also think that indicates sexuality.
Yeah, that too.
Why do they have like a little limp in their wrist kind of thing?
A limp in the wrist is crazy.
Or like, why are they manspreading?
Oh, you know what? Speaking of manspreading, they also say lesbians can't sit straight. And I kind of find that to be true. But it's also like, I don't, there's some, there's some overlap between lesbians that can't straight and people that have ADHD and also can't sit straight because if they sit differently, they're able to focus more. And I'm like, huh, is it my ADHD that's doing this or my lesbianism?
I think it also helps because it's like they're fidgeting with their body in a position where it's stimulating.
Yeah.
I don't know. ADHD is very interesting. As someone who has it, it can be kind of complex.
Yeah, it can be.
And this kind of doesn't bring us to our next topic, but it's about coming out.
Well, there are so many coming out stories, and some people, because of movies and stuff like that, think it's a positive experience, or they think it's going to get us killed. And honestly, there's a lot of gray area in between both. Like, on the high end is, oh, you get hugged and welcome, and it's the most amazing thing in the world. And on the low end, you get kicked out, beat the shit out of. But then there's a lot of gray area when it comes to coming out.
Right, and it feels like the shock value has gone down over time.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't as surprised or like, oh my gosh, this is such a huge thing now. Like, all who even are you anymore type of thing. So that's good.
Yeah.
And it shows you just how accepting or acceptance has grown over time. People are more comfortable coming out. There's more stories of people coming out. But I think for our own story, because of the time that we came out, it was a little weird.
Yeah, because you came out in 2013, right?
Yes, was that the same year that same sex marriage was legalized?
No, that was 2015.
Oh shit, I'm a bad gay.
Yeah, I came out in 2014 to my mom.
Okay, okay. To your mom, but what about to your friends?
Oh, yeah, I came out in like 2011 to friends, I think.
Yeah, it was. I remember it and how nonchalant you were.
Yeah, oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah, you were like, let me end off the school day with this, guys. All right, have a good evening.
Right, and I was dating that one guy at the end of sophomore year.
The one that would write you poetry?
Yeah, I wasn't out until I started junior year. It was still 2011.
Oh yeah, because you were with him the beginning of the summer.
Yeah, because I was going through a lot when I came out, so I had figured out I was gay over the summer after sophomore year. And because I was still dating that one guy during the summer, and then he dumped me because my phone got turned off for 3 days. Men are stupid.
Was he pretty clingy?
He was very clingy. He called me Juliet. It was cringy and like me being sickened by that. And I was like, oh, this is the last straw. And that summer, I think, was the summer I started to watch Rizzoli and Isles. And that really brought about a lot of realizations. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I'll give women dating a shot now.
I feel like sometimes that happens when people watch something or listen to some type of media. It can help them awaken that sense of identity.
Yeah, I'm an example of that. Simba, did you piss under the bed again?
Oh no, Simba.
Ay, 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 dude. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like my coming out story was interesting because I was kind of outed by my parents. And, like, okay, I mean, like, they asked it as a question, but I felt like they knew because of what I was watching on YouTube. That sounds kind of bad. But it was drag shows, drag performances.
Oh, okay, I was like, damn, what were you watching?
And it was when I first had gotten into Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down a rabbit hole of like all the different queens and just their live performances and shows and all that. And so it was pretty fun.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, I was watching, and then I guess one of my parents, which I didn't even know they knew how to do this because they're not tech savvy whatsoever, but they went into the browsing history.
What? Who the fuck? What kind of parents were these?
Or I'm thinking maybe they heard something from a video when I was watching it and kind of like
No
had,
way.
and they asked one night, are you gay? And I was like, actually, yeah, I am. It's fine.
It's fine.
Like, I'll let you guys know because I was thinking about coming out during that time, anyways. And it's funny because when they rejected it, they were just like, you just haven't tried dating women.
You haven't tried? Like, I wish I never tried men.
It was like this whole thing, and then the Bible being referenced, and like just how I needed more experience with dating women. Then I was like, you know what? I will try it just because, if anything, that'll solidify me coming to terms with my identity. And so I dated one of me and Tarina's high school friends at the time, but this was in the summer after we graduated.
Everyone warned her not to.
That's true.
We also warned you, I think.
Yeah, but she didn't listen. It was funny because before that, I came out on social media because I was feeling so liberated. It felt so nice to tell like so many people. I'm like, you know what? I want every person that knows me to know. And so I did that, and then I had taken that post down when I decided to experiment.
Didn't you call me a bad person during the straight phase of yours? A bad influence? You called me a bad influence?
Wait, what? I don't remember that.
You did. It was so funny.
Do you have the text? Because I know you still have hella old text messages.
Oh, well, no, you told it to that person.
What?
Yeah, it was so bizarre, and then we made up after.
No, I feel like that person probably lied.
That's likely.
You know why? Because
That
that
person was upset.
well, because they had lied about other things too.
Yeah, that's very true.
And so I think they secretly just wanted us not to be close friends because they were jealous.
Yeah, they were. Oh my god, like whenever the Taco Bell incident was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Lying about Taco Bell is just, oh boy.
Yeah, so this girl that I had dated for like 2 weeks, it really was not that long because I knew I was like, can't force attraction.
It was under a month. It was under a month, and you got jewelry from.
Oh, apparently from Walmart, even though it was actually from Kohl's.
Hey, that's where I got my engagement ring. Walmart.
Also, apparently, she had to eat from the 500 calories or less menu at Olive Garden.
I
What else supposedly happened?
don't even remember.
The movie. No, it was nothing about that. I don't even know. Anyways, that was back then. Me and her are fine now. It was only weird around the time we broke up. But yeah, she's definitely moved on. She's dating someone.
That's not a pedophile, I hope.
Right, because her ex was, which is gross, but like for me and her, it didn't last long, and we even kissed, held hands,
I'm sure that was yucky.
and I was like, that's the most I can do. I can't go more than that. I will be repulsed.
Naturally.
And not because of her as a person, but just the idea of being intimate with a woman in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, that didn't last. And I came back out again, which was interesting. People were confused when I posted about it again. Some of them were confused. Others were like, "Yeah, we knew. Thank God that's over." The confused ones were the ones who, were from my Assyrian background or the conservative ones. And I was just going through it, man. Confusion. But yeah, anyway, so that's all folks.
Folks, who are we? Straight?
What do we call them? What should we call our listeners? They need to have their own fan name.
Gays?
The Queens.
We'll think on it. No gays, theys, and mays.
Maze.
I don't even know.
Going to a corn maze?
I sure hope so.
The holidays are coming up.
They'll name themselves Danny.
We don't even have any listeners. We probably have like three, and two of them are us. Wait, we have to manifest it, so many people are listening right now actually.
Yes, exactly. Too many to count.
Okay, well, so we were going to talk about the second attachment style because it kind of plays into the whole community.
Oh,
um,
yes, it does. Coming out.
do you want to? You came up with it.
Alright, I'm going to say this lying down because why not? Who is stopping me? No one. The second attachment style. So the first is only like it applies to queer people or like people that aren't straight. So straight people can can just mute their ears if they're listening because it doesn't apply to them. They have one attachment style. So we all start off, straight people included, with one attachment style. You're either anxious, secure, dismissive, slash avoidant, whatever. Okay. I'm not a fucking psychology major. That's fucking Danny over there. He'll let you know. And like you typically get one when you start off, when you're like a child, and that has to do with your mother. Yeah. Um it's usually your mother. Anyhow, So, like, you already have that attachment down, and I have the theory that we get a second attachment style as queer people whenever we come out. We come out basically to the people that matter most to us, right? And that's our second attachment style. However, they react to it is going to be how we view attachment. Like, if they don't want to talk about your sexual orientation, then you might become avoidant when you try to get into a serious relationship or something like that. Or if they're really supportive, then you're going to be all out and about with your sexual orientation. So you're more secure in that. But honestly, if you have a secure attachment style to begin with and then you get rejected, you might be a little more okay than someone that's avoidant already. And then they also get rejected when they come out. But if you're secure and secure, that's great. Or if you're anxious and then you get accepted whenever you come out, then that might actually improve a lot of things for you. So honestly, it's all just very dependent. Yeah, that's my theory. And if you want to coin this, I expect $500 per reference.
That was a really good theory you brought up because I had never thought of that, and it really makes so much sense. I want to look into how acceptance or rejection affects the psyche and like when gay people come out. And I don't know, I just think there might be lasting effects.
Yeah, I think so. There must be because it's like,
It's such a vulnerable thing.
yeah, and like even when people come around later, like if your parents come around and are more accepting later, it's still harsh because it's like when I first told you, you said this and now it's like changed. I don't exactly trust you, which is where the attachment style comes into play because it affects your trust if they're going to abandon you or whatnot.
Do you feel like it is more damaging to a person's mental health, like if it's friend rejection or family rejection? Because I feel like friend rejection might be a little worse if you like already kind of expect your parents or your family to not have the best reaction when they don't even have too much knowledge about it, what it even is. With your friends, you kind of lean on them for that support, that trust when you lack that from your family.
I think it depends on your support system. Like, if your support system is withdrawn and you get kicked out of your place and you like become homeless, I don't know if your friends are going to be able to carry that weight and let you stay with them. So it just depends on the kind of friends you have.
Yeah, because a lot of people come out when they're still living with their parents, and it also depends on the families of said friends.
So I think emotionally, it's probably better for your friends to accept you. But when it comes to resources and stuff like that, having your family not kick you out is very significant. I would prefer to lose my friends because you can make friends anywhere. It would really suck and I'd grieve the loss of friendships, but this is all dependent on support systems. Like, if you are in a place where you're going to get kicked out, if you come to your parents, really consider that, and if your friends can help you through that, well, then come out to your parents and go through that.
Imagine you're telling your other family, your friends or whoever, oh yeah, I kicked my child out of my house. Like, I know they probably wouldn't say some, or they'd say something else, but just them living with that guilt.
Yeah, they probably say, oh, he moved out. He just didn't want to live with the rules under my roof or something.
It also depends on if their friends or other family have the same kind of views
Views, yeah.
and if they'd get support for that decision.
Sorry, my cat fell or I pushed him off a little too much.
I love both of Tarina's cats the same amount, but then one of them, Puffin, looks kind of like a ragdoll cat, and that's the cat I've been wanting for like years. And oh my gosh, the eyes, he's so adorable. Yeah, my dog passed away in July of this year, so I've been here petless for a cool minute. And that hasn't been the case for 11 years. So it feels pretty weird. I just don't have any fluffy creature just roaming around my house, but eventually I do want to get a cat.
If you hear me Google giggle,
Google.
sorry, around the sad topic, it's because my cat was trying to lick my coffee cup. You're like, damn, this is not the fucking time to play around, Simba.
Oh my gosh, is he He's still trying to lick it? Jeez. Okay. Well, anyways, guess what the next topic we have?
Cats and uncles?
Ding, ding, ding. Yes. So let's talk about being parents or uncles. I'm an uncle.
Can't relate.
Yep. And then Tarina has cats, which can act the same way as kids.
Oh yeah, Simba's a toddler, I swear.
And so that's kind of it's interesting because I've only been an uncle for like a little over a year and a half, and it feels nice to add on to the family.
Come here, you little fucking rat.
Oh, that's Torino with her little crazy Kit Kat. What are you? What the heck are you doing? He's being funny. Oh, play with. Yeah, there you go. Play with all that stuff. Anyways, sorry, but yeah, I had to kind of learn how to do the baby talk and the whole entertaining a toddler skill.
I mean, technically, you don't have to do baby talk to a toddler.
You don't, but it just sounds weird to not do it.
I sure fucking don't. I'm like, hi, how are you?
I've actually never seen you around a toddler.
That's for the best.
You're like, there's a reason why.
I'm like, what are you doing? And then they just look at you. They don't really look at you differently if you don't do baby talk. My parents didn't do baby talk with me, they did with my brother.
They're like, this one deserves it. The other one, we don't care.
Wait, Simba, are you under my fucking desk again?
Also, baby talk helps with their language development, I think.
That's fine then.
I mean, it's kind of like I don't have to worry about that.
Did your parents do baby talk with you? I can't imagine your dad doing
I think in his own weird dad way,
that. Does your dad do it with your niece?
yes, but it's also kind of a new thing because they're not really like super affectionate. Not on purpose, of course, but that's just how they grew up
Yeah.
back in Iraq. Things were a little different. It wasn't as warm. It was affectionate in other ways, you know. Not that I remember too much of back then because I was only 2 when we moved here. But like you know, different cultures can have different ways of showing love and care.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I can't see them being like that with me back in the day, but I don't know, maybe they were though. I'd have to look back at like home videos and see because I do have some on VHS tapes. I actually also need to get those converted to are I don't know, they're kind of phasing out of CDs as well though, right?
They are.
It's going all digital. But how do you convert things from VHS to digital? Can you, or do you have to go through DVD?
DVD, yeah. I mean, unless you get like a VHS player that you connect through USB, I feel like that should be a thing.
It would be very useful.
Or it could be cheaper because VHS tapes aren't, I don't know, they're only retro.
I actually looked up the price.
Oh, you looked?
Yeah, I was like, well, I'll just get one from Timu, you know, why not?
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
Imagine it erases the file.
It probably would.
It'll be like, this file is now corrupt.
And so is Simba.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he is. He's a corrupt little cat.
He is corrupt.
What else? What about cathood?
Cathood?
Yeah.
Man. Well, if you guys are looking to get a cat and you respect your sleep schedule, don't get a cat under 3 years old. 3 years old and up, four preferably. Probably like closer to eight. I don't know. I know you guys won't leave an imprint or whatever they fucking call it, but you know what? Your sleep will be better because they've gotten all that kitten energy up. And if you don't get them for their kitten phase, that's fine. You'll get over it. They're going to grow anyway. It's not like they stay kittens forever, but the kitten energy is gone. Simba is not a kitten, but I did get him at 5 months. Perhaps.
Okay. I mean, that's still like a good amount of time to really like bond and imprint on them.
Yeah, definitely. And because Simba is under 3, he still has a lot of energy, so he will wake me up at 3 a.m. without fail, or at 2:30 a.m. specifically.
It does also depend on the breed too.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like the cat itself.
Yeah, he's a hunting breed, kind of. He's Siamese mixed with Maine Coon. Maine Coon has the energy of a puppy, honestly. If you throw the soccer ball, he might try to catch it with his mouth again. He loves to play soccer. He's an athletic boy. Puffin is cuddly. Simba is not a cuddler. He's like, oh, I'll lay next to you, and that's as close as you're getting.
And it's funny because Puffin is kind of scared around new people or even just men, I think.
Yeah, Danny or my brother apparently. He comes out around my roommates a little bit more, so I don't know.
Well, it's funny because my niece used to cry when people would pick her up or like touch her.
Very real.
Or she would cry even at me sometimes when I'd visit after not seeing her for like a week. That was back when her memory was still developing though.
Aw.
But now every time she sees me, she smiles and I don't know, says uncle like 3 times. It's so cute.
Aw, it's like now she just gets excited.
Definitely. I feel like we have time for like one more topic.
Sure, what's the other topic?
Actually, we're still trying to figure that out, what the topic is. We're trying to keep the length consistent of for the podcast episodes, but okay, so we can do modern dating or school/work burnout.
Which one do you think is more relevant right now? Actually, they're both pretty relevant for you.
Yeah, right now.
Let's do modern dating. All right, it's trash. That's it. That's a skit.
That's there it is. It's 0 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Yeah, let me go back to the 80s or something where gay was still a little okay.
And where romance wasn't dead.
Yeah.
I feel like it's interesting because you do see it out there, with the rise of social media and people feeling like they can show that love.
Yeah.
Some people even do like couples content and stuff.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, of course their relationship isn't perfect, like they make it out to look like online.
Yeah.
But there is, that level of like compatibility, affection, and enjoyment. And so I know that it's out there somewhere for people who are looking for it. It's just, I don't know. The world is big.
It is.
There's so many people in it, so it can take some time.
And knowing how to navigate dating.
But you should still date. Sometimes it can make for funny stories.
Like your theater that caught on fire.
Oh my gosh, yeah, where the movie theater caught on fire during the middle of us watching a movie.
Maybe that's a sign. I don't know. I would take that as a sign of some sort.
I don't know. I just think it was weird timing.
Because honestly, how often does that happen?
Never. That's never happened to me. And it's funny because it happened at a movie theater that was out of town that I had never gone to. And apparently, a pizza was in an oven for far too long. It caused quite a bit of smoke that was mistaken for fire. So there's funny things like that. But then there's also those dates where you just feel like, oh no, this is going to be a letdown.
Yeah, for sure.
And that sounds horrible.
Time is precious in your 30s, man.
It really is. And you really just want to make sure that at this point you're not getting into the same situations, having the same outcome as you were in the past.
Yeah, but people are, and then we also have to talk about how, like, it's hard to find good conversations on these apps.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
Perhaps.
people are like, Sup, what are you doing? Like, I don't want to respond to that. Put effort into it.
Oh god, the WYD. Like, that's only fine if they add more to it.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, it's like the only thing if that's the only thing you're putting in and you're not asking, like, what about you? Like,
Yeah, show you're interested.
if you guys aren't asking questions like, do you just want to be interviewed or something?
Apparently not, because they barely do like the two words responses. Like, why is it so much to ask for a sentence? They don't even care if it's punctuated correctly half the time.
It's funny because sometimes it's those same people complaining about being single and wanting to fall in love, yet their personality is plain toast.
That's generous to say. It's an understatement.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because why don't your actions align with what you say? You need a little more effort to be put in because realistically, you're not going to get anywhere with someone while being like that,
Yeah, very true. Very true.
which is stating the obvious. Yeah, they'll still want to talk to you, but it's sad that, we have to even mention it. And then what's the other thing? Oh, flakiness too.
Oh, flakiness is a crazy thing. People just not showing up and not letting you know.
Right. Either that or when they keep rescheduling or they make it seem like their schedule's just impossible to work with.
Like, oh, I didn't know you were a government official. Oh, I didn't know you're the CEO of a business or president of the United States and a celebrity too. Shouldn't be this difficult, man.
No, it's not supposed to be, even if people are working a full time job or even going to school at the same time
Mm-hmm.
and have like children. Okay, I just keep adding more and more. And I'm like, that's kind of chaotic, but I've actually known people who do all three like that and they still make time for people in their life.
They do.
But like that's just an example of how you can make time for others when you have such a full plate on your hands.
It's true. But Danny, you date men and we all know men are the worst.
They haven't given themselves the best reputation. And so yeah.
That's where we're at with that. And then it's not much better on the other side, or I think it's our location a lot of the time.
And it's so funny because we live sort of near major cities.
We do.
They're just they're just full of people and have culture. There's a lot of different types of things you can do together.
But it's an hour and a half for the most part, and like people don't want to travel if they're already in a big city. They're like, well, it's here. I'm not moving. I can find something else right in the city
Right.
because it's so overpopulated.
Yeah, and living in California like we do, I think it's such a good state to be in,
It is. It is.
for like who we are.
Yeah. It's just hard. It's just hard to find our matches here sometimes because people half ass dating.
Yeah, and they don't prioritize new people or are hung up on their exes
Yeah, no one needs that.
or are cheating on someone.
There's so many things that it could be, but even so, we don't give up hope. Maybe you'll find someone tomorrow.
Yeah, well, maybe. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I want to meet cute. All right, well, good luck, everyone.
And on that note, this is the end of episode 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
All right, have a good night or morning or whatever time it is for you. This podcast has been brought to you by our accurate observations of the world.
Catch you next time on Camp
Camp
Queerness.
Queerness.